And we are live.
Hey everyone, it's Ultra Podcast Z, episode 160 something. If I knew how to count, it's 161. Two. It really is. No, it's one, right? JD, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's one or two, unless it's P or. What am I saying?
Yeah, please, Manuel, just keep going.
Okay, everyone. I'm Manuel, leader of AJ Connections, and today we're talking Valentine's Day, a bunch of other nonsense. We actually have a lot of different things to talk about. But anyway, Nyaru, say hello.
Hi.
What's new with you, Nyaru? It's been a while.
Valentine's Day stuff. I'm actually I'm really proud of myself. I worked up the courage to record a song for Valentine's Day, and I am self-mixing it.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Wow. That's interesting because very specifically, first of all, I suck at like hearing. I'm like I swear to God, I'm just like partially. I mean this as like I'm just hard of hearing. I swear. I think I literally am hard of hearing, but I can't hear things right. And I really suck at mixing things myself. It's always one of my worst things. Like even when I'm trying to fix audio, there are times when like shit goes wrong with some of our own videos, and I fix the audio, and I'll show it to someone, or even I'll upload it. They're like, "Bro, are you like freaking deaf?" It's like there's like you made it worse. So yeah, that's interesting that you can you're doing that. I did see you're working on a Valentine's Day cover. Is it for all your lovely fans?
Can you guess what song I'm doing?
Is it wait, what's that song called? The Valentine's Day one, the one that fuck.
Come on.
Is it called
come
Valentine's
on,
Day?
You got it. No, come
No.
on, you got it. You got it.
It's just
Literally, everyone does this during everyone covers the song during Valentine's Day.
What the fuck song is it? And it's funny because I've literally talked about this because it's originally a Nyaru Club song. I'm not gonna get the title now that I'm really like struggling here.
Valentine Day Kiss.
There you go. It's even Lady Bear did a cover of it like about 4 or 5 years ago, and I forget who was
I
with
was
Lady
rewatching
Bear.
that one recently.
Yeah, and then of course, some subunit or group of AKB48 did it as well.
Madoka Hashikata 7.
There you go. But yeah,
I say 7 even though you're supposed to say no.
It's funny because I was watching a YouTube video the other day. Actually, it might have been TikTok. Doesn't matter. It was a short, and they were talking about 2chan. And for those who don't know, 2chan is a Japanese version of 4chan, which came long before 4chan was ever like a thing. But obviously, in Japan, you call it Ni-chan, which is also like a way you would refer to like one's brother. So it's just funny because like that pun, and I forget about that every so often because if you're really a deep fan of the Japanese internet, you'll come across like references to it like that, like it being a pun that is totally lost in the US version of 4chan. 4chan just is like a cesspool of like it's Reddit for like the worst form of Reddit. Anyway, let's do chat is open. Who's in the chat? Say love songs. What is this? Question of the day: Who is your? Wait, what are you doing for Valentine's Day? We'll start with that actually before we move on to the.
Don't forget the or whom part.
Oh, what or whom are you? Oh, what or whom are you doing for Valentine's Day? Nyaru?
Well, me?
Are you?
Well, I mean, like I got a stream.
I mean,
I'm also doing most of my
mom.
My Valentine's Day stuff is mostly happening this week. Like for example, tomorrow we're gonna be writing Valentine's Day cards to people who are watching. And then Thursday we're gonna watch, I think, Joker. Yeah, we're gonna watch Joker.
Oh,
Friday,
Valentine's Day movie.
that is totally a Valentine's Day movie. Shut up. Friday we are doing, what am I doing? Oh yeah, a Valentine's dinner featuring MRE menu number 14 beef ravioli. And then Saturday we'll be watching that one Ryan Gosling movie where he fucks the sex doll. that one, and then Sunday is a collab with Yodel, that's gonna be our date for Valentine's Day. And then Monday, actual Valentine's Day, I'm gonna be doing a song cover premiere and some Valentine's Day karaoke and dropping some merch, and yeah, it's gonna be a busy day.
Oh wow, you have a lot of stuff going on. Are you dropping another body pillow?
I wish.
I,
Not
I
done
still
yet.
I still remember that the not safe for work body pillow you did like a year ago or so.
Mm-hmm.
That was so random. But yeah, I don't know if you heard. Like I was just like I thought I literally as you were halfway talking, I thought of I'm like, why didn't I say doing your mom? And I said it anyway. You didn't
Doing your
even
mom,
react.
doing your mom.
Oh man, it's funny because I watched a YouTube video about a month ago about not the recent, but about like well, there was one during 2020, but all the other American Pie movies that weren't the first one, like all the sequels. And I watched a couple. I'm like, God, these movies are so bad. Like pretty much all the humor is like, haha, doing your mom, and like just being an
Doing
asshole.
your mom.
But anyway, yeah, I don't think I'm doing much for Valentine's Day. Yeah, I'm not one of those people, and I'll never be one of those people who are always like, "Oh, it's Happy Single Awareness Day. Oh, fuck Valentine's Day." Or
Everyone's doing that on my end. I'm like, I just want to have fun.
yeah, exactly. Like even if I mean, honestly, you could still have fun anyway, even if you not don't have a significant other or whatever, or you could just not do anything, and that's still fun in its own way. You just I don't know. I just don't see the point of being negative. So I'm not doing that, but I'm also not doing anything. I guess my Valentine's date will probably be Pokemon Legend Arceus again. Me and
Let's
my Switch.
go
Me and my Switch are gonna
for the Nintendo Switch.
yeah, more than likely this will be the last week I'm gonna play it. Like I could tell this is the kind of game that once I'm done with the main story and done with what I want to do with it, I'm probably never gonna touch it again. Even if they release DLC for it, I'm just never gonna touch it again. So that'll be my thing. We'll talk more about that later on. But yeah. Uh I went to go see the Oh, wait, now we're just kind of slowly moving into like, what are we doing? What are we watching? I went to go see the
Oh heck.
Descendants the other day. Um, and do you know what the Descendants is, Nyaru?
Descendants? Is that it sounds like the Disney
It
Descendants
is. It
series.
is.
It is, really?
So I went to go see the musical, like the stage musical,
They have
Disney's
a stage
Descendants.
musical for that? Also, hello, Seth.
Oh, hey, what's up? Now, have you ever seen the movies to this Disney's Descendants?
No, I haven't because it looks like something my sister would watch, and I don't watch things my sister watches.
Okay, it's funny you say that because I felt so well. First of all, I went with someone else, but so I should say we. But I think they were fine with it. I felt so out of place though. Like that musical was not meant for me. Like I felt like I felt like a creeper in there or something. Because first of all, it's a very teen musical, but it's even more teen musical as far as I'm concerned than High School
It
Musical.
reminds me of like you know that genre of like books, like fiction books, where it's like made for teens, but it's like post-apocalyptic, like broken
Yes.
down society. That's what every time I see Disney's Descendants, I always get reminded of like that genre, even though it's the complete opposite. It's just edgy teen content. That's the best way to
Yeah.
put it.
It, the musical itself was fine. It was a good venue, and like I had no familiarity with the story. And it basically, if you've never seen Disney's Descendants, it's about the villains. Well, I guess it's about all the children because I've heard somebody told me, so I was telling this to a friend, that the musical kind of like brings things from different movies into the one musical. So I'm not sure if this is the way the movies go, but basically Belle and Beast's son, they have a son, is ruling some kingdom, and he decides, hey, I want to go I want like we should reunite with our villains. So like it's Jafar's son, it's Cruella de Vil's son, it's the princess from I mean the queen from Snow White's daughter and Maleficent's daughter. Now, first of all, I'll admit to you, I used to always think if you would have asked me last week what movie is Maleficent from, I would have told you she's from Snow White.
Uh-huh. What
Do you know? Do you know where Maleficent's from?
do you know now though?
Yes, I do know. Do you know?
Okay, what is it? No, you tell me.
Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, no shit.
I didn't know
I just
that.
want to dunk on you. I'm sorry.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that until that musical. I was like, because I was so confused. First of all, like I forgot all about the Queen from Snow White. So when I kept seeing when I saw Maleficent and her in the same space, I was like, aren't they the same character? Like on stage, I was really confused until
No,
the
they're
plot
supposed
would
to be
turn.
like the teen daughters or whatever. They're like
Yeah.
the edgy teen children of the evil
Oh
villains.
my god, you tell me about it. And like Jafar's son's a thief. Like obviously he's like a lad, he's like a thief.
Oh
And then
my
like
god, that's a low-key kind of like stereotype right there.
that
Oh,
actually
honey.
and then Maleficent's daughter is this girl named Mal, like M-A-L. And like she's so like hot topic-y teen, but not like
That's
my
okay.
hot
Honestly,
topic.
the whole thing is just hot topic. I'll be real
Yeah.
with you. It's literally
And
Disney got a deal with them to like produce merch with Hot Topic for this series. Man, I think it would have kicked off more than the actual series.
dude, and don't get me wrong, there were other people there, but I'm pretty sure like the other adults there were probably parents of some of the kids in the show. But it was the whole audience was mainly girls for starters, and there was a lot of like high school age people there too as well. Because mind you, the actors on stage, they were all like age specific. Like the stars were all teenagers, and the only adults there were the teachers and the villains. Then everyone else was just teenagers and kids. So I don't know. I just I liked it, but I also feel weird. And now I feel weird that I kind of want to watch the Descendants movies like on Disney Plus, but I'm like, I
You
don't know. Maybe
have
I'll just probably
Disney
leave.
Plus. Just watch it. Who's
I
gonna
know.
judge you as long as you just watch it by yourself and you don't tell anyone? Well, now you told us, and now we can judge you. So
I know
there's
that
no
you can
point
judge.
anymore.
I'll just go watch Smart House instead. That's a good movie. Everyone go watch Smart House.
Yes,
That's all
yes,
the
that
way
is
in
a good
town.
movie. Manuel, that is
Smart
one of the
House,
reasons
huh?
I wanted to do a decom UPZ for like 6 months now.
Oh, we should do it because Smart House is one of the. Well, first of all, the Smart House isn't one of the best. I personally think Smart House is the best decom Disney Channel original movie, by the way. But yeah, we can save that. We can save that whole discussion for the day. That movie.
And you know who directed that movie, Manuel?
Yes, it's LeVar Burton. It's unfortunately not our current Jeopardy host, but Reading Rainbow LeVar Burton. And wasn't he also in Star Trek?
Yes.
Yes. I saw ads for it. No appeal whatsoever. The Descendants. I don't know. Anyways, that's my take on Disney's Descendants. Unlike everyone else, I didn't watch like Euphoria or any other cool new shows. I went to the theater and watched a
He
musical.
went to the theater. Wow. So pretentious.
Yeah, hoity-toity. I went to it's actually a nice theater. I'm used to going to like smaller community productions that are in like 100 plus, like 100 to 300 seat theaters, but this was like 1,000 plus seat theater, and it was mostly full. And I was like, there is so much pandemic in this theater, I'm sure, and I was so scared for myself. So yeah, I was just like, everyone was masked, of course, because California, but I was just like, anyways, by the way, California lifts this mask mandate on February 15th. So if you're having any Valentine's Day sex, you have to stay masked. You can't take it off until the next day.
Are you serious?
I
mean, that sounds like California.
California's kind of let's not get into California's nonsense. Anyways, did you watch anything cool before we jump into some more main topics?
Did I watch anything cool? I've been rewatching all of Cardcaptor Sakura recently, and that's been such a comfy rewatch. I never really finished season 2, so I'm already halfway done with it. So that's been cool. I also watched this new Netflix series. What is it called again? Uh, it's like a Korean one about like
Oh, is it the dead one?
zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all those all not all the things you said. I mean, I like that song.
All the
Korean zombie.
Korean zombie
Uh,
Netflix.
Korean zombie show Netflix.
All of
It's the
us
one
are
that
dead.
just came. All of Us Are Dead. Yeah, that one. I binge watched it the whole weekend because I had family from Georgia come visit me last minute because they wanted to get away, and yeah, we saw it. We were like, yeah, let's do it. So the whole weekend we just stayed in our house and binge watched it.
It's funny, Seth. I know you mentioned that Cardcaptor Sakura is great. I agree, but I've always mentioned before. I need to watch Cardcaptor Sakura for the first time because I've said this before, but I've only ever seen Cardcaptors. The fucking, was it WB? Yeah, the WB like cut or who the fuck did it? I don't know. Just for
Dick.
kids.
Yeah,
Nelvana.
I think it's Dick.
Deke. Deke. It's
No, sorry,
Deke.
sorry.
Yeah.
Deke was Sailor Moon. It was
Nelvana
Nelvana
for
for
Cardcaptor.
It was who for Cardcaptors?
Nelvana.
Oh, I have no idea who the fuck that
Hmm.
is. But yeah, I need to watch that. I need to watch actually. I say this. I've been saying this literally for about 4 years now, but I'm gonna do it one day. One day I'm gonna do it. There's already a new Cardcaptor Sakura out, and I'm just like, ah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's also
Manuel,
why I
it's
wanted
been
to
out for
watch it
years.
too, because I wanna watch Clear Card because I haven't done that.
Oh man. Anyway. Oh yeah, Valentine's Day, Valentine's sex in this economy, exactly. Also, don't get anyone pregnant. Not in this economy.
Yeah,
Stay,
not in
stay.
this economy.
Oh, did you know Groundhog's Day happened? I have this in the notes. I actually want to talk about that before Valentine's Day. Did you know
Yeah, we
Groundhog's?
have more winter coming, right?
Yes. You know, when I was a kid, I used to think that Groundhog's Day was okay. It's a real thing, obviously. By the way, no jokes. The groundhog. I don't know if they just give all the groundhogs this name or he just named this right now. His name is Punxsutawney Phil. That's the
Yeah,
current.
Punxsutawney Phil.
Is he always called that? They always just
Yeah,
like
he was
keep
always
replacing.
even at school. I knew that.
Well, first of all, I feel like the Groundhog Day thing is a very Midwest thing,
It is a
because
Midwest
like
thing.
I only ever heard about it. First of all, I only ever heard about it like kind of in school when it was happening, but I used to really think that if the groundhog saw its shadow and there was like the 6 more weeks of winter or whatever the fuck that whole thing's supposed to be, that literally the world acknowledged this, and everyone was like, "Winter is over, guys." Phil didn't see his shadow. Also, there was I think my second or third grade teacher showed us the process. I'm not sure if they still do this. Basically, I thought they literally just all sat there and waited with bated breath until the groundhog came up. No, it's very much they get it, they like push it through a hole, and then they decide whether it saw it or not. It seems so like arbitrary. I don't know.
It's one of those things where it's like it's for fun. Like,
It's
it's
also
not an
a very
actual
movie.
measurement of anything, but at the same time, people who bag on it just like don't know how to have fun.
Oh,
Are you saying
man,
Manuel
Cardcaptors
doesn't know how to have fun?
No fun allowed.
Sorry, I was reading about the card captors. I personally, I almost want to watch card captors again, but unless I download that illegally, I don't think you legally watch that anymore.
Just watch it on Netflix. They have the original JP dub.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say like you can watch real card captor sock. Well, then again, I know me. If I have access to card captors, I'll just watch it again, even though it's censored and like English dub. But yeah, I need to watch card captor soccer. I don't know. It's funny because I mentioned this a million times, but we're doing a Magical Girls panel at Fanime, and we've done it before at ALA. But one of the main shows we talk about is Cardcaptor Sakura. Obviously, Magical Girls, you can't get away from talking about Cardcaptor Sakura and Sailor Moon and shit like that. But I still have never seen Cardcaptor Sakura, so I'm just like, ugh.
Well, I'm sorry that you suck, but that's not our problem.
I'm a fake fan. Anyway, it's Valentine's Day. Throughout, somebody ask us for relationship advice, and we'll give you really bad relationship advice that will screw up. It'll be great. It'll be great. So if you have any relationship advice, any relationship questions, or anything Valentine's Day related, or anything, just toss it in there, and we will give you bad Valentine's Day advice. But because the last time we did that, was a little like it was actually fun, but it was a little hard to do because we would get like 2 questions and then we would just harp on them forever. So we'll move on, and I'll keep an eye on the chat if there's any good relationship advice to break it up with. Anyways, Nyaru, I saw that you played it when it came out. What are your views on the latest Pokemon game?
I like it a lot, actually. Very, very,
what?
very much. I like it a lot.
It's honestly, it's okay. I'm not one of the people who's always like, "Oh, the new Pokemon games are terrible. Fucking, the graphics suck or whatever the hell." So, I like it. So when I say this, I did like Sword and Shield too, but I definitely love it a lot more than I like Sword and Shield. I've never played Diamond and Pearl. I said that before. So, and I even have the remake of Diamond and Pearl, or I have the remake of Diamond, and I've never played it. So I went into this still like totally unknown, but I'm not gonna lie, the opening was a little like eh. Like
The
I
opening
almost
was very slow. That was the only thing that kind of like
yeah.
made me sad. But other than that, I mean, like it's really good.
I almost like I was like, oh man, is this game gonna be bad? And they kind of trick you because like when you start playing, I'm like, is this gonna be like Pokemon Go? We get to catch 100 of one Pokemon, you know, to find a
Mm-hmm.
because like I don't know if you how much you've played, if you even bothered with it, but some of the tasks you have to catch multiple of the same Pokemon. And I'm like, I don't want to play a game like this. It reminded me a lot of those. I don't know if you played them, the Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee.
Those
And
are horrible.
yeah, and I was like, oh, I don't want to play this.
Everyone likes to pretend that it wasn't horrible, but let's be real, it was pretty horrible.
Yeah, that I have Let's Go Eevee, and that's the only recent Pokemon game I've never finished. I got to like I beat like Lieutenant Surge. By the way, it's a remake of Pokemon Yellow, so like the third or fourth gym leader, whoever Surge is, and I stopped playing because I was like, I can't do this. I can't fucking play this game. I just don't want to catch like a billion Pokemon like this Pokemon Go. But Arceus is a lot of fun. How far have you gotten?
I don't remember how far I've gotten actually.
So you, because I saw part of your stream. I actually watched your stream because I was like, oh look, Nyaru's playing. And you even like fucked with your model a bit. And I'm like, oh look, it's Nyaru. She's playing
Mhm.
fucking Arceus. But yeah, I
Yes.
like it. It's very open worldy. It's very I don't know.
I
What's
think
everyone
it's
else?
cute. I like the open worldness of it, and I won't lie, I pogged a bit whenever I would discover something new, and that was a really nice feeling.
I pogged a bit. That's the first time I think I've literally. Don't get me wrong. Nyaru on her own streams uses pog and poggers all the time, but I think it's the first time she's ever said that on a UPZ. For those who are new to this, what is this? Let me see. Question for Nyaru for this Valentine's Day.
Mhm.
How do a question for Nyaru from Acidic Alchemist.
Mhm.
How do I learn to love myself? They asked that.
You just you just impress yourself sometimes. That's what I do. Like, okay, I know everyone's been knowing I've been working on my cover for Valentine's Day, and I've been self-mixing it, and I'll be real with you, you guys know that I am not confident when it comes to my singing, but for this one time, I actually feel very confident and surprised in myself that I was able to, learn something new. So take those little things as a win and go with it, and it'll honestly make you feel good. Just celebrate the little wins, and you will learn to love yourself a little bit more because you'll end up surprising yourself.
Yeah, honestly, and a lot of people not only do obviously everyone's going to be harder on themselves than they are on anything, but
Mhm.
there's always room for growth also. I will say,
Mhm.
Nyara, you've definitely grown like as a performer. Like I've never said this before. It's like the one time everyone another rarity Manuel complimenting Nyaru. But I remember watching you actually I think I met you when you were performing at a certain convention in Texas,
Mhm.
like literally 6 years ago. And watching Baby Nyara perform then, you weren't bad, don't get me wrong, but you were very like raw, fresh faced. And I remember watching a video of you perform like maybe 3 years ago at a different convention. And I was like, oh look, you've really improved. Then I heard you sing on one of your karaoke streams, and I'm like, oh, oh, Nyara
Yeah,
can
for
sing.
those who have known me for a while, like I've grown a lot. But for those who just discovered me as like a VTuber in the past like year, so yeah, it's slow growth, but you gotta appreciate that.
It's not that it's slow growth. You're watching the growth in real time too. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like me, I had the benefit of seeing it like, oh look, 2, 3 years, in gaps. But to these
Mm-hmm.
people, it's like, oh, you get to see Nyara slowly improve. But that's for everyone as well.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Thank you for following whoever. But yeah. Anyways, let's see. There's some other stuff to talk about today. Oh, up. Morning Musume had the 25th anniversary. Isn't that crazy?
No way.
25th anniversary. And don't get
I
me wrong,
refuse
part
to
of me,
believe.
yeah.
Refuse.
Okay. Now, I will admit, I was not a fan, obviously, the day they came out, but I was a fan when they had their third generation, which was around the year 19, well, it was definitely 1999, but it was around the year 2000, like literally the year 2000. So I'm just like, fuck, I'm old. And
Yes, Manuel,
even if
you were old.
well, even you, I'm pretty sure you jumped in like when most people did, like around the platinum era, which is like 2008, 9
Mm-hmm.
ish.
Yep.
So like that alone is like 14 years ago. That like from then to their debut was closer from than then to now.
Mm-hmm.
So it just, God, they've been around so long. That's wild. That literally somebody could have been born and like when Morning Musume debuted, joined the group and have graduated. And I'm sure that's actually happened. I'm sure there's several members that have done that already. But it just blows my mind that like a group could be around this long. And it was because a lot of people compare them like a lot of people like talk about the AKB48, how it's longevity, but Morning Musume, like, will there ever be a day when we don't have Morning Musume? Is that a world you want to live in,
They're
Nyaru?
such a classic, like, and I really don't see. I mean, they have definitely gone like they've gone a little bit more low key in the past like year or two. But other than that, like, I really can't imagine a world without Morning Musume more than AKB.
Oh man, JD, like that's like learning that Cleopatra lived close to the modern times she did to the pyramids. Time is a man-made concept, but once you start thinking about things like that, it really blows your mind. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but anyway, like, anyways, it's like get too trapped into that. But yeah, Morning Musume had its anniversary. The original members, the original five members, had a little event a while, like a few weeks ago, and I'm just like, man. And I say this as somebody who hasn't listened to them much recently, but I did kind of like their most recent song. I can't remember what the fuck it was called, but I had to listen to their recent stuff for our idol panel we did at ALA. I was like, this is pretty good, but whatever. I don't know. Nyaru,
Hmm?
I hear you're a guest at a certain upcoming convention.
Oh yeah. It's funny enough, I actually rated one of the other guests that was going to be coming to the convention yesterday. But yeah, I'm going to Offkai Expo this coming April, Mayish. I already forgot the date. I'm like really out of it. I've been working all day. But yeah, it's gonna be super cool. I have a performance lined up as well as a panel and a panel with my Shie Productions family. And I'll be I'll be selling some merch as well. And I will be doing a handshake event. I'll be doing the VTuber community's first ever handshake event. Wow.
Yeah, it's funny because there are actually some questions I wanted to ask you.
Hmm.
So, will we be seeing Nyaru IRL?
No, I don't want to be perceived.
Okay, I was curious about that.
I mean,
Because I
like,
was
if you end
so
up seeing me, it's fine, but I don't wanna be perceived. That's all I ask.
yeah, so
Don't sneak
I'll
a
pretend.
picture of me.
Yeah, I'll pretend I don't know you if I actually
No,
see
like,
real.
you're fine because 'cause you already know who I am. Like, I can't hide from you, sadly. Everyone else I can though. But
It's it's hilarious you mentioned that because it used to be a running gag that I used to talk about like almost every week of the show, but I have not seen Nyaru. IRL Nyaru. I have not seen IRL Nyaru. First of all, obviously, I'm talking about the pandemic, but even before that, I haven't seen you for about a year and a half. So for all
mm-mm.
I know, you've like you have no hair and like um you decided to get a tattoo on your face. I don't know.
Oh
Like,
god, no.
like for all
No,
I know,
no,
you
no.
could look
I mean, my
completely
hair is just
different.
a little bit longer. I may cut my hair actually, so who knows?
But I just find that funny. But obviously, I have seen you before, and so yeah, I was just curious about that because I did see your post, and I saw their post as well about like the handshake event. So how's that gonna work? Or do you?
Um So my plan is to have a little curtain. I'll just peek out my hand every now and then to give a handshake, and yeah. Though we may do something a little bit different because some motherfuckers be like, I'm gonna run the curtain and pull it. So, you know, people
Oh, no,
ruin
that
fun.
I'm not gonna lie, that sounds fun even if it wasn't a even if, like, there wasn't a need for, like, secrecy. That feels like something Cyber would have done during their heyday. Remember all the bullshit they would do?
Yeah. See, I that's what it reminded me of too. Like I'm doing like some dumbass indie idol like fan event bullshit.
Yeah, it's all like, "Hey, come to our very exclusive handshake event," and they show up and it's just a hand, you know, behind a curtain.
Or like my favorite one to talk about whenever it comes to like obscure idol events that happen in the indie scene is the one where this I forgot the name of the girl, but she told her fans that, "Hey, come to this really cool event. I'll be holding your hand and you can kiss me." And then she shows up in a fucking hazmat suit.
Yes,
I
yeah, there
love that
was
one. That is my favorite one.
very similarly, I think Cyber had a hug event where you could hug
Mhm.
them, and then they showed up in, like, inflatable like, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
the
the inflatable shit.
yeah, so, like, you gotta hug them, but it was just, like, hugging the hugging the big inflatable, like, you know, costume thing, whatever you call those.
That's only shit
Like
that you see in, like, whack groups, and honestly, I'm here
yeah,
for it.
that sounds fun, either way, you know? You could do one of those you could just do, like, a booth, like, you walk into an actual
Mhm.
booth and then just, like, a little cutout for your hand, and unless somebody walks and tips over the booth, which probably murder you on top of that, like, I'm sure
No,
you'll be
wait,
hidden.
Manuel, I gotta ask you, what are open carry laws like in, California?
There aren't any.
Oh, man.
You need a
Fuck, I
you
can't
need a
protect
well,
myself then.
you need a permit for starters. Um,
I
you
just
need a
wanna
permit.
open carry and protect myself at the con, please.
Well, yeah, to be fair, I shouldn't say there aren't, you need a permit, but it's not like Arizona or like, and I'm not ragging on them,
Texas.
just saying yeah, it's not like Arizona or Texas where you're able to like, as long as you have a like, what is it, just have a clean record and the guns registry, you can just kinda
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna rock with this." It's
Mhm.
concealed, like, obviously it's a whole different story, but yeah, you need a permit. So, I like how Nyaru's gonna be packing.
Hey, I got my little Siggy. I'm taking him with I really wanna take him with me actually, because I think I'm gonna be, um well, I'm not gonna be, like, by myself. I'm gonna be, rooming with, some of the S Pro people, but at the same time, like, if I wanna go get food and no one else wants food, but I want food, gotta figure out how to defend myself. Wait, can I bring a taser, actually?
You actually can bring a taser.
Wait, so I
Um,
can bring a motherfucking taser, but I can't bring my SIG.
yeah, tase you could bring a taser, don't ask why I know this, but yeah, you could just I mean, obviously, you could buy a
Can I
taser
bring
in the
bear
store just like
mace?
I don't think you can. What's up with bear mace,
What the
by the way?
fuck? What the
No,
fuck is wrong with
hold on.
California?
Hold on, stop for a second there. I need to ask you, what the fuck is up with, like, I guess the Midwest or anywhere not California or not like Los Angeles? 'Cause I think everyone seems to know about this but me, I guess. What the fuck is up with bear mace? Now, I'm not gonna
Okay,
talk
so
ab
I have an actual legitimate reason why bear mace is very, very used, especially, like, here in, like, the Colorado area and surrounding states. It's actually because it is illegal to shoot or kill a bear, so they really, really encourage people to use, bear mace.
it's illegal to k
Yeah.
wait, okay.
The only time
Is
you
there
can shoot a bear here is for population control, but that's really rare.
so if it's mauling you, you have to be like, "Bro,
Yeah,
stop."
yeah, no, legit. Like, there's like whole safety like videos and like all this other promotional crap to not shoot bears. Like, just use your bear mace or learn how to protect yourself from a bear. That's not a gun.
So is that why whenever I'm like whenever those videos show up, like, "Oh, look, the bear wandered to my house and played the piano." Is that why they didn't
Hmm.
just shoot the bear that
Yeah,
was in their
they're not
house?
not even like law enforcement are allowed to shoot bears.
Oh my god. I'm not saying we should all go around shooting bears, that just sounds wild to me. It's just funny because, like, I didn't know that bear mace was a thing until, I think John Oliver mentioned it randomly, when he did his video on Amazon workers, and apparently some Amazon workers accidentally maced themselves or something, and,
Mm-hmm.
And the whole point of that story was Amazon still made them work, even though they had maced themselves or something. But I was like, what the fuck? And then like, not to have another like, I remember like when a certain event happened in January of last year. I won't go into specifics. I kept hearing that everyone was carrying around bear mace, and I'm like, what the fuck is bear mace? I just like it just blows my mind. And, TLDR, I had not heard about it until sometime in the pandemic, and now I've heard it brought up several times over the past 2 years, and I'm like, I just feel like I need to go on Amazon and buy me some bear mace because apparently you can buy it on Amazon.
So, you can buy it on Amazon.
Apparently, I'm gonna go look at that right now. Hold on, how does bear mace? Oh shit, sorry. I'm looking at the chat in a second. I see there's some shit in the chat, but hold on. Bear mace. Oops.
You love us some bear mace.
Because if a bear comes in my house and starts playing my piano, because yeah, like I have a piano like that.
Wait, there's such thing as human mace?
You did not know there's human mace. I thought. Okay, guys. Nyaru realized there's such a thing as human mace.
I thought it was just bear mace.
So you thought
why do you think they called it bear mace?
I know. By the way, this is really cheap. I feel like just buying one for the like. It's not really. It's my own meme, but you can buy one for. Amazon has one. One of the Prime options is $13.95, or a 3-pack for $35. And California has a bear on the flag. I feel like I might encounter one day. Oh my god, there is a lot of bear self-defense items. Like, 'cause this ruined my search history, by the way.
Yeah, now you gotta get a whole bunch of like recommendations for like self-defense. Like
No,
I do whenever I look at guns for randomly.
You can apparently buy bear mace in a gun. It looks just like a gun, but I guess you load it in and just sprays it. that just feels so weird. Anyway, it feels like a weird idea. I mean to say, not feels weird. It's all this bear mace talk. So that's why Eric Hartman has bear mace in that one episode. Yeah, what is this? No shooting bear mace or bare hands. It's funny going back to the Pokemon Legends Arceus thing. There's so many memes about like the main character fighting a bear because there's Usa rings. Like if you don't know what Usa ring is, it's the big bear Pokemon. And one of my favorite Pokemon Legend Arceus meme is the girl main character, and she's all beat up, and she's like, "Hey, Usa ring," and she's like a black eye, she's all bloody. She's like, "I didn't hear no bell."
Manuel, you know it's Ursa ring, right?
Ursa? Oh, there's an R in there. Don't get me wrong.
Ursa ring.
I don't get me wrong.
Usa
I know
ring.
that. I do know. No, I do know that Ursa is like I think that's like because it's Teddy Ursa is the smaller one, but I honestly thought that it was Teddy Ursa that Usa ring. So that just
but Usa ring means like a rabbit ring. That makes no sense.
Apparently, I've been mispronouncing that Pokemon for my entire life. Anyways.
Yeah, Ursa means bear. Usa is bunny.
Oh, it is actually. Oh man, sponsor us, bear-based company. People complain about Australian wildlife, but we don't have bears or wolves or cougars. Always use incognito mode for your search history. That's a good idea. I don't know. Anyway, Amazon thinks I have a bear in my house, like a bear problem. It just blows my mind. Like also, I was watching a video game YouTuber, like in the it's one of the he's somewhere rural, and at some point he mentioned, can you believe I walked into like a Home Depot and I was able to buy a thing of coyote pee? And I'm like, what the fuck?
You can buy you can buy shit like that at our local Home Depots too.
Exactly, and it's actually funny because you notice how I just said it was rural, so I remember thinking like, oh, that's such a weird like Midwest like thing that you won't see where I live.
In Texas, you can get that shit.
Apparently, first of all, this is a couple years ago. I learned that there's a coyote problem in the city I live in. Like, apparently, there's a coyote problem here, and I could sure enough walk into any home goods store and buy me coyote pee, which apparently you put out or you put on things. So I guess like Coyote's like, oh, someone else peed here. I can't fucking, go inside their house and play their piano. So apparently that's what all wildlife wants to do. All wildlife is like, I want to go in and play the human's piano. Fucking a bunch of like wild Billy Joels out there. But yeah, I just USA ring. Sorry, I can't get over the fact that I've been saying USA ring, and I said it out loud to a friend earlier too, and they didn't correct me, and I just feel like they were just like, God, Manuel's stupid. Oh my God. Coyote piss makes a great gift for Valentine's Day. Spray yourself before your date.
There's your
There's your
bad
bad
Valentine's Day advice.
Are we doing Valentine's Day advice now? I want to give some advice.
Yeah, toss some problems or things you want us to give advice on in the chat. By the way, as a little piece of free advice, I don't know if Nyaru will agree with me on this. Overdoing
I don't
any
agree
sort of
because it's you.
Yeah, exactly. If I disagree, just whatever I say. If you're going to go on any sort of date, be it Valentine's or otherwise, don't overdo any sort of fragrance spray or anything like that.
No. Here's some better advice. Get rid of your Axe body spray.
Oh, for the love of God, yes. To be fair, I've never used. Okay, I did use Axe once in my life, and only because somebody got me an Axe like travel kit for Christmas, and I just couldn't bring myself to not use it, just for just because I wanted to not be wasteful for once in my life. But I used to be a huge fan of using Old Spice, like Old Spice everything, and it got to the point, and including like sprays and shit like that. Mind you, I'm not that person who just takes a spray bath or whatever, but I remember it got to the point when like I didn't realize it was an issue, but like if I was at a convention with someone, first of all, just be glad we're all fucking bathing at that convention. But I remember like some of our friends like Garway and whatever be like, oh my God, like Manuel over here with this fucking Old Spice, only one step below Axe body spray. So apparently Old Spice is just as bad. I just didn't know this. And yeah. The Old Spice commercials really worked for me because I remember I started using that a lot when I was younger. Remember, it's like, look, I'm over here. Now I'm over there. Now I'm on a horse. Like, you remember those commercials now? Are you old enough for those?
Yes, I do remember those commercials.
It's like, look at me. Now back again. Look at him. It's like, now I'm in the shower. Like, or whatever the fuck. Anyways. What is this? Another proper way to celebrate. Manuel, do you not follow 5-2-1 rule at cons? What is that?
That is 5 hours sleep, 2 meals, and one shower per day.
I've never heard of that.
I've heard of that before.
I will tell you that we at the very least have the one shower.
Maybe not the other. Real quick, I'll be right back.
All right, just use Old Spice stuff except for the body sprays. Yeah, honestly, body sprays are a bad idea in general, especially like the very like quote unquote manly smelling ones, because they tend to just like have this alcohol. Don't get me wrong, it's not just they're very overpowering, but they also have an alcoholness to them, and I don't mean like rubbing. I mean like isopropyl alcohol. Anyways, Nyaru's peeing. Everyone, make a pee joke in the chat before she comes back. Oh man, and start thinking of some relationship advice that we can give for everyone. But yeah, Offkai Expo is happening at the end of April, at the beginning of May, which is funny because I didn't mention this we didn't talk about this earlier. Offkai is happening just about 1 month before FanimeCon, which is the biggest convention in San Jose. It's an anime convention. And yeah, they're really close to each other. So I feel bad for anyone who has to pick between traveling to both. I assume this means Nyaru's not going to go to both, but she's definitely going to Offkai, obviously. But thank God I live in California. This is easy. It's not like down the street for me because I live in Los Angeles. Well, Los Angeles area, so it's like an 8-hour drive for me, 6-hour drive. Manuel uses dial soap for his sensitive skin. Oh my God, you guys are messed up. Anyway, so yeah, lots of conventions. I wanted to ask Nyaru about Offkai because the whole thing is so confusing. I don't know. Is everyone gonna go see Nyaru at Offkai? I saw in the chat that some people seemed upset they couldn't go, but is anyone actually going? Because I am. Anyways. I love feeling dead air. See, it's at times like this that JD can come on and help me out a little.
You were saying?
Just kidding. Have you heard about the new McDonald's hacks? The menu hacks?
You mean the where they're putting the secret many things actually on the menu?
Yeah. First of all, I don't know if that was all a marketing ploy or not. But if you're a fan of TikTok, if you're on TikTok like I am every day, about 3-4 weeks ago, or just weeks before the promotion launch, I should say, however long ago that was, there were all these TikToks going out where there was this website you would go to go see the menu hacks that you could do at McDonald's. And then I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. I'll go look at the site later. I never did, but I saw it on TikTok and they had the same names. And then suddenly McDonald's is doing it officially. And I'm like, was that all an ad campaign that I was kind of exposed to on accident? First of all, that's mildly illegal because they never said they were sponsored by McDonald's if it was. But anyways, have you tried the McDonald's menu hacks yet, JD?
No, I really don't eat McDonald's. Not like any kind of like I guess moral thing. I just don't like that food that much.
Oh, well, I was trying the breakfast, and one of the menu hacks is like you put a hash brown in a McMuffin or some bullshit. Now, another one that's really popular is like the land and sea, or I think it's called like the land, sea, air. Basically, you get a McChicken, a filet-o-fish, and a burger, and like a cheeseburger, and you put it all together. Now, when you think of this, you think that you're gonna get this really weird sandwich, right? You know what happens when you order those items, JD?
What?
Everyone? What you do is you order it, yeah, I want the land, sea, and air sandwich. Yeah, I want the fucking hash brown and a fucking McMuffin. They give you the items separately, and you put it together. Isn't that stupid?
Yeah. I can see that is kind of silly if you're ordering it straight from them. It should probably come pre-made.
And I'm just like, what's special about this then? This just feels like a really weird way to just pretend you have a new menu when you don't. And some people were like, no, it's still the secret menu. I'm like, yeah, but when I go to In-N-Out and I ask for animal style, they don't fucking give me the spread and like everything else on the side. They're like, yeah, here, do this yourself then. You know? I just think it's weird. Also, Del Taco has this. Huh?
I would say, yeah, that's how I would feel because I generally get grilled onions, like whole slice grilled onions rather than chopped up.
But yeah. Oh, look, I see Nyaru kind of coming back. Oh, I saw her hair, then she just didn't. Or is that like somebody walking by her cat? Oh, there she goes.
Huh?
Yeah. We were guessing how long you were gonna pee for, and if
I got
you were
a cookie.
like, you got a cookie.
Yeah, I was potty and I got a cookie.
I was about to say, is that your reward for like for using the toilet, not just peeing on the floor?
It was nasty. But yes.
Wait,
you get to hear
what's
my
idle
cake.
gear?
Idle Gear. That's a really cool and amazing panel that will be talking about idols and cars. That's hosted by Amora, who is very cool.
Oh yeah, because it just commented the thing that they can't go to Offkai because they can't afford it, and they're also working. Oh yeah, I remember you mentioned that the last time we were on.
Yes. Ooh, you know those giant pretzel cookies from Whole Foods? Those are really good. Yes, idols and Top Gear. Exactly. It's literally formatted like Top Gear, but add idols. And there's no smelly British guys. Smell like British boomer guys, actually.
Next time, idols plus Metal Gear. That's what the fuck. Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Anyway, that sounds interesting. I've gotten cookies from websites. They just keep them. Wait, what is that? Wait. Wesley, I've seen Nyaru. Huh?
It's called humor.
Oh, I don't know humor. Isn't that obvious? I'm a humorless soul. I don't know why I said it like that. Sorry, guys. Anyways, Nyaru, we were talking about Offkai while you were gone, and I was mentioning
Mm-mm.
how another thing about Offkai is that it's happening right before Fanime, and not right before, but like a few weeks before. And I was just like, I was wondering who was going, who wasn't. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of no's in the chat. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm not sure how, like, obviously depending where you're flying from, that really matters. But the San Jose airport, like the hotel that Offkai's at, I don't know how good of a job
Mm-hmm.
they've been discussing it. It's at an airport hotel, so technically
Mm.
you could just land and catch a shuttle there and like never have
Mm.
to see San Jose at all if you
Dude,
want.
no kidding though. You can actually walk to it.
Yeah, it's actually really close. And the San Jose, I've been to the San Jose airport a few times,
I've
and
been to it
it's a very
once, and it was weird.
it was dead when every time I've gone, it's always been
Mm-hmm.
dead.
Yes, it was dead too.
It's kind of scary because it's like you think San Jose. It's not like I've been to quote unquote like small cities elsewhere. Not that San Jose really is, but San Jose is the deadest airport I've been in my life. It's just insane. I was just like, what is this? There's like no one here. But anyways, that's if you can go to Offkai, you should go. I'll be there. It's just obviously I won't be there anything official. I'll just be there, punking Nyaru and being drunk somewhere. I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And interviewing people. I'll be there for AJ covering things, of course. I should say that
Mm-hmm.
more officially. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
when we were talking about the McDonald's menu hacks while you were gone, have you tried? Do you like McDonald's? I mean, it's funny because everyone likes their nuggies. That's kind of
I
a
do
bit
like
of
the
a given.
nuggies. I'll admit that.
Um, but the nuggies are not part of the menu hacks. Like you would think that they would be like, oh, put some nuggies in a cheeseburger, because I've seen some people do that. I think that's weird, but like I've seen some people like order a 6-piece or a 4-piece and then like get a McDouble and start like laying nuggies in there. But I don't know. It was funny because I was telling JD that they have this new thing called menu hacks, and TLDR, just to cut to the chase, tell you the fast version. Even though they advertise it as these like new menu items, basically what you do is you order separate things and they give them to you, and then you put it together. So it's like, what's the
Uh-huh.
point? It's like, what's the point? I ordered this so you can give me this fucked up chicken burger sandwich. Like, why do I have to do the assembly?
Chicken burger.
Anyway. Yeah, so that's my brief review of the McDonald's menu hacks. Don't get them, guys. And they're not necessarily cheaper. I don't think there's like a special, like you get like, oh, you get the free hash brown, you get a free filet o fish. No, they're just selling you more food at once. And who wants to eat a filet o fish with a McDouble? I don't know. It's not me.
Ew. Like the filet of fish, it's okay by itself when you're desperate and you just need something that's not a cheeseburger or a chicken sandwich. But with the beef, ew.
Did you know that the McNuggets shapes that there's like 4 shapes and they're all uniform? I used to always think nuggets are random.
I
There's like
used
a
to think that
circle.
too.
Yeah, there's like 4. I forget what they all are. There's a circle. There's one of those kind of like Idaho. Then there's like 2 other shapes that I'm forgetting, and they're
Wait,
all
chicken nugget shape.
huh.
Chicken nugget
So
shape.
it's just
Okay.
like
Oh, there's actual name for them actually. Hold on.
oh, there
So you
are.
got the bone, which is like the square looking one. You got the bell, which is the oval looking one. Then you got the ball, which is the round one. And then it's supposed to be a boot, the one with the
Oh,
little.
that's the Idaho.
Yeah. The
I
Idaho is
call
a
it
boot.
I call it the Idaho one because it literally looks like the state of Idaho, kind of. Because it got the little like fucking, it got the fucking handle at the
I
top.
used to think it was like a little like armless and footless dinosaur.
What the fuck? But yeah, I was so upset when I only found this out recently watching a food theories video. You know, like the fucking, it's not just a theory, it's a food theory. Like I was watching one of those.
My favorite chicken nugget is this one,
The Among Us nugget.
the Among Us nugget.
I've never seen you do that before.
Oh, it's great! I can do so many cool things. Watch
I remember Nyaru
Among
was.
Us.
Are you Chunkus Among Us? Have you played Among Us recently?
No, no one
I
plays that
mentioned
anymore.
See, first of all, it's funny you say that because I agree with you, but I updated it recently because I bought it for the Switch, like literally when it came out like over a year ago, and I've never played it, and I felt like, you know what, I should play it at least once because I fucking spent like $5 on this. So I loaded it up, like this is about 3 weeks ago or something like that, and I loaded it up. I started playing it, and it was just joined a random game. um there's all this new shit there, and it's so much more complicated. You have a character that can
They
vent. I think it's
dump
called,
way too much stuff at once. That's the problem.
yeah. And I'm like, I get why they have to do it because it was a very simple game at first, but I'm like, that's kind of why people liked it, because it was so simple and easy
Yeah.
to get into. I don't
Like
know.
the last time I played it, I think it was like in November, and there was just so much new crap that like I was like, "Hey, I really had to preface, I'm sorry if I don't know what's going on or I'm lost or I can't explain things properly. It's not that I'm sus. It's literally because I don't know what's going on. Why is all this new crap there? I don't understand."
Exactly. I'm sure there has to be a way to play classic. It's because there are options, but I just joined a game, so I didn't really see what I was joining. So yeah, we'll play Among Us sometime. Don't worry, guys. We'll Among Us April. I don't know. I'll think of some. I'll think of some data
Disgusting. We're just play Among Us all April.
I miss Among Us. That was okay. Let me rephrase that. I miss when Among Us was new. Well, not okay. It wasn't new because the game was like 2 years old by the time it took off. But I miss when the fervor for it was new. You know what I mean? That was a special time on the internet. It was also like kind of at the height of the pandemic. So yeah, that was fun. I remember we did an Among Us stream. Remember, like I think we were doing a UZ, and they were like, you know what? Let's just play Among Us, and we literally just played Among Us. Remember that? We stopped
Mhm.
the we stopped UPZ to play Among Us for like an hour, and it was such a wild
Oh,
time
yeah,
because
I
it
remember
was
that 'cause
last.
I was like, "Let's play Among Us. Let's play Among Us. I don't
We
wanna
were
do the
able to fill the
podcast."
room. Yeah, we were able to fill the room. Then, like we were able to just like, hey, here's the code, and we just like, I don't know that I just find that all wild. The whole story of that, I don't know, the whole story of Among Us. Anyways, give us some more relationship advice, guys. I mean, give us some more relationship advice we can give you. Um, Anyway, some other things for conventions real fast. I wanted to mention ACON's happening soon, and I saw a post in the ACON group on Facebook where somebody was doing a fucking Demon Slayer panel, and it's one of those panels. You know what panel I'm talking about, Nyaru? The Ask panels.
Wait, like, the word people dress up like a character and they're like, "Haha, ask Naruto anything."
Yes, I
I
didn't know
hate
people
those.
still did those.
Wait,
Not
people
only did
still do those? I thought those things, like, died out because cons were like, "No, this is not how you're gonna
yes.
get a free badge."
Apparently Acon's still letting them, but
Oh,
and
well,
what always
Acon's run by completely different people now, so no surprise.
for the record, for those who've never, oh, I hit my eye on the microphone. For those who aren't familiar with Acon, Acon is arguably, depending on how you count years, Acon is technically the oldest convention I think in the country,
But
anime
it
convention I
somehow
should say.
regressed.
Yes, so I just find that wild, like the fall it's taken, because Anime Expo. Well, let me phrase it. Anime Con debuted the year before, and then that it was Acon, and then it was Anime Expo, which was Anime Con under a new name. So it depends on who you are asking what you consider the first year. Acon
Mhm.
was the first anime convention. I mean, was the oldest anime convention. The
Older than Anime Expo.
yes, but anyway, I just find that funny that they're doing that. Not only that, almost every single Ask panel I've ever seen in my life. Um, Let me rephrase this. There are so many times that when I find out there's an Ask panel at a convention, the way I find out is because somebody submitted it, and then they go look for the people after like it gets accepted. And I'm like, what kind of way to run a panel is that? like, like you had no one to be the other people, and you're like, yeah, I have the whole cast of Danganronpa here, and then it gets accepted. You're like, oh, better find 13 other people, or every people are in Danganronpa. I don't know, but yeah. uh, Anyways, those panels are bad. Has anyone ever been to a bad one? I say Danganronpa specifically because that was the first time I ever saw one. I saw it on the panel. It said Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. It just said that. So I'm like, oh, this must be a panel about the game. Maybe some of the creators are here. 'Cause there was no anime yet at this point. I'm like, maybe some of the creators are here. Maybe, an artist is here. I wonder what this is. So I go to it and I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's a bunch of like weebs who are just like being mildly annoying just to get a free badge, basically. Yeah, and just
I hate
anyways.
it. It's the worst.
I say this as a minorly annoying weeb myself, so don't get me wrong, but it's just like it's still annoying. What is this?
I generally thought they were all like those kind of panels were like already banned by cons.
Yeah, and it, we do panels at a lot of conventions. Even like in my earliest days of submitting panels, like 6-7 years ago, there would be a thing in the what to read before, like, oh, here are some of the rules. One of them would be is like, please do not submit fan panels or ask panels. These won't be accepted. And either people have stopped mentioning that because I think people just forgotten because it's been like years where they were a thing. What kind of question is that, Weston? Is it is a good idea to go ask them out? It's always a good idea to do anything. Just do whatever makes you feel.
Do what your heart says is right.
Yeah, if aren't we the generation that eats ass? Just go for it, bro. Just go for it.
Just go for it. Just do it. What's that one? What's that one actor?
Oh,
Shia
fucking
LaBeouf.
what the hell is his name?
Shia LaBeouf. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf. I want to do a cover of that.
It's funny because we were watching JAV in our I mentioned it before. We did a JAV panel at Fanime 2019.
God, y'all watch a lot of Jav at cons.
Yeah,
Shit. Ah! Sorry, there was a premiere I wanted to watch.
that was so loud. We do watch a lot of JV at conventions, but we were watching specifically, we were doing a JV panel at Fanime, and most of the panel involved us showing clips and then commentating over them, like just doing a live reaction kind of thing. It seemed like a really fun idea at the time. Honestly, it went over okay because it's watching porn in a group and everyone just laughs. But it was a stupid idea. Never doing that again. But to get us worked up for it, like, to get the juices flowing, this sounds terrible. To get our minds going about like things to say, like jokes to make, we started watching a lot of JV in our hotel room. And so we're watching a bunch of JV, and it's myself, it's like Danny and Rachel, and like I think Angie and Tiffany didn't want to be on it after a while, but for obvious reasons. But we're sitting there watching a bunch of porn, and there's this one dude in the room, and he's watching the porn, and like they're just to get into a bit into like without giving too many details, the people are doing things to each other involving their mouths. They're having a good time. And then they come up and they start kissing. And the dude was so disgusted. And mind you, when I say the dude, I literally mean I think he was the only guy in the room besides myself. So he was the dude. And I don't want to name him. I do know who it is, but I don't want to name him. He's not on the panel. He was just chilling with us. He's like, that's so disgusting. I can't watch any more of this. And everyone was just like, what the fuck, man? Like, what's wrong with you? Anyways, my point to bringing that up is whatever the fuck makes you happy, whatever your heart tells you to do. If you want to go put your mouth everywhere and then back on each other, go fucking do it. Put your mouth anywhere. Go lick a frozen pole. What the fuck happened in Christmas Story? Go do that. I have no idea where I was going with this. Duck? What are you talking about?
Stuck. No, that's what he says in the movie. Stuck.
Did you? It's funny because we didn't do the Christmas episode I wanted to do this year, so I didn't talk about this. And I just want to mention this now. How old do you think that movie is?
Like
A Christmas Story, by the way. Thank you.
It feels 50. It feels 50.
Not only does it feel old, it looks physically old. Like,
well, because like it's supposed to take place in like the 50s.
So I always thought it was filmed in like the 50s or the 60s because it looks old. Like the quality looks old. Like it looks like muted colors. Like it's filmed on like older stock.
It's an 80s movie. It came out in 1983, but it's supposed to be in the 1940s.
Exactly. I didn't know that. It literally, I found this out last month that it's an 80s movie. I was like, you're fucking kidding me. How the fuck is this an 80s movie? It doesn't look like an 80s movie. Did someone make the film and then like piss on the negative to make it look like shit? I mean, why does the movie look like that?
I mean, I think a lot of the old techniques are used in a lot of movies nowadays too, just to make it more authentic and old.
I remember when I was a kid and I went to go see Freddy vs. Jason. And I don't know if you've ever seen Freddy vs. Jason.
Of course I have.
There's this character whose brother, the character's in a mental hospital because his brother was killed by Freddy, but nobody believes him. Everyone thinks that like he just went crazy. But the brother who was killed by Freddy, who keeps showing up like in this other kid's dreams, is the kid from the Christmas Story, like the kid who gets his tongue stuck. Or he's one of the kids. I forget which kid he is. I think he's the kid who gets his tongue stuck, but he's one of the kids. And I was all like, how old is that dude? Isn't he like 7? I remember being really confused as a kid, like as a teenager myself. I was like, is this dude like just look really good for 50? I'm like, damn. It's like, I was so confused then, and it all makes sense now. That movie's a fucking 80s movie, and that fucking blows my mind. How is that movie only a few years older, actually I think like 2 years older than Back to the Future? Which also is a 80s movie that deals a lot with like the 50s or whatever.
Manuel, I looked it up. The guy you're talking about was Zach Ward. He played the bully in A Christmas Story, not the guy who got tongue stuck to the flagpole.
Oh, he was the redheaded kid. The freckled kid, I think. And if you've never seen Christmas Story, yeah, he's
the bully, right?
Yeah. He plays the dead brother. That's his character, the dead brother in Freddy vs. Jason. I didn't recognize him, by the way. The only reason I know this because I was a nerd back then and I loved the movie and I had it on DVD and they mentioned it in the audio commentary, and I was just like, oh. Once again, I'm like, that dude looks good for 50, but he's probably like 20 something in that movie. Anyway, should I use a robot voice? Wait, to every chick I meet, please sit up. Don't do that. Okay, first of all, don't ask anyone don't open with "sit on my face." That's the worst opening line ever, right, Nyaru?
Sure.
Nyaru not. Clean, safe, and
I'm
consensual to
sleepy.
me.
Sorry.
Don't worry, we're just gonna get to some advice and we'll wrap it up in about like 15 minutes. Clean, safe, and consensual to me just means don't interact with anyone ever. What? I mean, that's one way to be clean, safe, consensual. What is this? Manuel had ideas for I had a lot of ideas for an episode.
Oh yes,
Manuel. My hand.
He would have been roughly I think 33 when filming Freddy vs. Jason.
What about Freddy vs. Jason?
Zach Ward was like 33.
Oh, you looked it up? Well, he still looked good for 33 then, and he wasn't 50. What are you raising your hand for? Nyaru, did your model raise its hand?
No, I wish it could. Soon it will. Can I leave early?
Wait, just give it 10 more minutes.
Yeah, you got like 10 more minutes. It's time to wrap up.
I'm sleepy. I've been working hard all day.
I go, Nyaru. Is she this whiny on her other streams?
No. Actually, no. Yesterday I was pretty whiny because I was like, I want to get to the 1 million ND on Needy Streamer Overload. I only got to like 930k followers for out of the 1 million that I needed to get the good ending. Yeah, I was pretty whiny yesterday.
Wait, what idle thing were you playing?
I was playing Needy Streamer Overload. Have you not heard about it?
That sounds like you, first of all, but
yes, it is. How could you tell?
Needy Streamer Overload. No, I have not heard of this. That just sounds wild.
So
but
basically, it's a game, and you gotta like manage this streamer girl. You're like her manager and her boyfriend, and she's like very how the cool kids now say menhera, and you have to like make sure she doesn't like get too stressed or become too normie or anything like that. And your goal is to get to 1 million YouTube subs with her.
Wait, is this like Princess Maker, but like?
Yes, Princess Maker, but a Minhera unstable streamer.
I mean, you could probably make that in Princess Maker too. By the way, I mean as well. I don't know if anyone's ever played Princess Maker, but I've never made a princess as Princess Maker. They always come out like delinquents of some sort, which is kind of funny. I'm like, I shouldn't raise children, which is a given. Um. Anyway, the streamer has
I
a
want to play
boyfriend.
Princess
Scandalous.
Maker. There's a Princess Maker on Steam, right?
Yes. There's 1 through 5. By the way, don't play 1. You could pretty much, but 2 is the classic one. 2 is the one you could play. It's retro and it's the one that everyone likes. So
what about 5?
4 and 5 I think are the ones that no one kind of likes at all. Because they're just
So
like, oh, they changed so
what
much.
about 3? You left out 3.
Oh, you're being one of those people. But no, I actually do know this because fun fact, when they all got released on Steam, the publisher, who I've long since forgotten the name of, gave us copies of all the games to review, and we reviewed 1, 2, and 5. Yeah, we reviewed 1, 2, and 5, and the reason why we skipped 3 and 4 was because 3 feels a lot like an updated version of 2, and 4 and 5.
Well, wouldn't that make much more sense for it to be better if it's updated? It's just like when it's just like when you have like Ruby and Sapphire, or like Diamond and Pearl. You get like Emerald and Platinum afterwards. Like, wouldn't it just be a better version?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, pretty much, like 1 feels incomplete, but 2 and 3 feel like they're almost like each other, and 4 and 5 feel almost like each other. I know they're years apart. I think 2 and 3 actually came out really close to each other, but they just don't feel as independent of each other. And I think no one likes 4 and 5. Actually, we didn't like 5. Actually, to be fair, I didn't play 5 for the review. I played 4, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not going to review this. But yeah, this was a while ago. You were part of A to J, Nyaru, but this was many years ago that we got all the games.
And you still didn't give them to me?
Yeah, fun fact. I don't know why we didn't, because you were definitely a part of A to J. So keep been like, here's a game, and it was actually kind of stressful because we had to review all these games. We had a long window, but we had a bunch of games to review. It's like we can't just give one person 5 games. So we kind of like, and they gave us multiple copies. Like they gave us like 3 copies of each. So you could have just got the games, because some people just got them and didn't review them, obviously. But anyways, I'm an asshole.
Yeah, anyway, Manuel, wrapping up.
Everyone go play. I didn't know this is where we're going with this, but everyone go play Princess Maker 2.
Go play Needy Streamer. It's my favorite game of 2022 so far. Even though it's very early to say that, but I don't care. I actually really enjoy it.
I still want to play. What's the Idol Manager one? Is that out? Is that out
Idol
finally?
Manager.
I know that was like.
I believe it's just called Idol Manager.
That's out. That's out.
But
been out since last year.
It was like. That's about to say. Like I do remember like a year and a half ago. It was like early access, but it wasn't like done. So
yeah, I bought the early access so I can support them.
Honestly, I would have too, but we talked about this when you and Snacks were playing it. Well, you guys were playing together, we were playing separately. I was confused how to buy it. So yeah.
It was not that confusing, but okay.
I'm just a boomer. I want it on Steam where I just click and give them my money. But anyways. The only thing we didn't talk about today, I guess we'll say this for another topic. Fun fact, we've been saying for years that I wanted to ask her to be on the podcast. Amina June started well, they've already had a YouTube channel, but they've been posting a lot of videos to her recently. So everyone go check out their recent video on when they were an idol in Japan. It was a good video. Especially even Yara, go check it out because you haven't seen it yet. But yeah.
It's make sure to put the link in YouTube doobly-doo. Make sure to put the link in the YouTube doobly-doo.
Oh yeah, I'll put a link. Also, everyone go watch that. I'm sure Nyaru knows some of the pieces of the story because she's been public with her story. Apparently, somebody from Tokyo Vice is working on a book for her, like of her experiences there. She mentioned this in the video. I'm not just spilling secrets, but yeah. So I'm interested for all this stuff.
I worry because it's Vice, but I'll keep my hopes up.
And also, by her own stories that she's posted about publicly, there are some parts of her story that are a little So I just have a feeling that between them being and because Vice, it might just be a super sensationalized thing,
That's the only thing I worry about. But I also trust her because her experiences are valid.
Yeah, and she still has friends who are like doing the idol thing in Japan, so she's not gonna like she's not gonna like throw the whole industry under the bus and leave. So yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, I've been talking like we should get her on like something. We'll see. Or she's
I mean, I
interview
can
her or
ask
something.
her.
Yes, I'm saying we should do that. We'll definitely do that some point soon. 2022, it's happening. We've been saying this literally for about 2 years now. So yeah. Anyways, that's it. We covered all the topics. Bad relationship advice.
Yay.
Don't get in a relationship. That's it. Just don't get in a relationship. Relationships are icky. What would you say earlier? Just stay alone. Something about like staying
Yeah.
consensual and safe and whatever. Just stay alone,
Just
forever
stay
alone.
alone. Just be alone. Enjoy
get
yourself. Enjoy
get a
yourself
cat.
before you enjoy the company of others.
Yeah, get a cat or a dog, and they'll love you like unconditionally, and there you go.
Just don't
Actually, a
get a
cat
Shiba,
will
because
probably
then those motherfuckers won't manipulate you like Yoshi does.
You make it sound like your dog's like gaslighting you right now.
Cause
Like
he
you
does,
never.
girl, man. He girl boss gatekeeps and gaslights me. I swear.
Anyways, up to us all that shit JD just posted. Like, comment, subscribe. Sub to it. Follow us anywhere you can. Sub to us if you can. Want to throw us some bucks? You could throw us some bucks either by subbing here on Twitch or patreon.com/ADJConnections. And shout out to Ed and Kenneth, the current patrons. I do have a writing for everyone, our current patrons, that is coming out tonight, probably late tonight.
No, it's
You
not.
can read it tomorrow. No, I already wrote it. I just didn't want to. I did a lot of publishing today. I didn't want to publish one more thing. So yeah, it'll be coming out tonight in case you're waiting for. Ed and Kenneth are waiting for my writings, but yes.
No, they're not.
Anyways, thank you, Nara, for being here. Thank you, everyone watching. Thank you, everyone, for participating in our little.
Thank you, JD, for
thing
helping
tonight.
us with the technical stuff, because we'd never thank
Yeah,
him.
yeah. Thank you, JD, and everyone give JD a nice congrats because he got a new job in the gaming industry.
Yeah,
His job hunt.
he
His
did
job hunt is finally
it.
over.
Yeah.
Just take some time, people. Just take some time.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but yeah, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Good night. See you next Tuesday, and tomorrow we're playing Wild Arms 2 here, and then Friday we're playing D&D here. So yeah, that's it. Peace out. Love you all.
Bye-bye. Are you gonna read?